Alice, have you decided whether you want to move in with us?
I've told you many times, but I have no intention of living with you.
But are you sure that you're not going to regret your decision?
Yes, I'm sure I'm not going to change my mind about this.
You're sure?
How many times are you going to ask me that?
Melanie is getting married.
Oh, really? Good for her. Congratulations.
Melanie's fiancé is still young, and he doesn't make much money.
Well, I figured as much. Melanie is still young too.
And I think the two of them will be living with us.
I see. Isn't that good news for you? I'm sure you're thrilled about this. So now there's no need for you to ask us to move in with you.
I just want to make sure that you don't regret your decision later, though.
Were you even listening to what I said up until this point?
Don't you understand that Sean wants to live with us? You're the only thing holding him back. I also miss not having him around the house. Won't you reconsider? Don't you feel bad for keeping Sean from me?
What do you want me to say? Sean and I decided together that he'd be moving out of your house when we got married.
You're a mother now. You should know how I feel. How can you not sympathize with me here?
We told you that Sean would be moving out. You were okay with our decision before. What changed? Also, I don't intend on quitting my job. I love my job. Our home is close to where both Sean and I work. If we move to your place, it will take us over an hour to get to work. It just doesn't make any sense.
That is not the point. Now that you have a daughter, doesn't it make sense for you to live with us?
You're not listening to me. You're trying to make all the decisions here. You don't know what Sean really wants. Why do you assume that moving in is what he wants?
Well, Sean is kind and he cares about his parents. He can't tell you how he really feels because you'll chew him out. If you try to listen to him, he'll tell you how he's really feeling.
Well, how about you take this up directly with Sean then? You told Melanie that Sean married the wrong person. Instead of complaining to Melanie about me, why don't you let Sean know how you really feel about me?
I would, but you don't let me see him as much as I want to. If you say yes to living together, everything will work out for the better, I assure you. And if you're going to continue working, you could use help from us in raising your child.
There's a daycare at my workplace, so I don't need your help. Why are we even having this conversation right now? Melanie and her fiancé are moving in with you, so what's the problem?
That is our son! I want Sean to take care of us if anything should happen to us as we get older. Melanie's fiancé needs to do the same for his family, so I can't expect them to look after us. That's why it's so important to us that your family move in with us. You should stop being so selfish and think about what's important for this family. You're part of this family now, so you should follow our rules. I haven't complained until now, but it's about time that you prioritize our needs before your own. I really do think that Sean chose the wrong person to marry. I can't rely on Melanie because she's going to be part of a new family soon. If you agree to come live with us, I'll ask Melanie and her fiancé to move out so the house won't be so overcrowded.
Isn't that a bit rude? You can't do that to Melanie and her fiancé.
Well, Sean is more important to me. I'm only being nice to you because you're married to my son. And if Sean is going to move in with us, I don't even need you to move.
I see. I understand how you feel. Do you want me to divorce Sean then? Will that make you happy?
Huh?
Well, that's what you want, isn't it? I'll divorce Sean for you.
You're not making any sense.
You just told me that you didn't need me in your family. I'll speak to Sean tonight about the divorce and your wishes for this family. I don't think that he'll want to divorce me, though. He loves me too much. I'll also let Melanie know how you feel about me.
Why do we need to involve Melanie? She has nothing to do with this.
I'm going to tell her that you're going to kick her out as soon as Sean moves in with you. And that you love Sean more than her.
There's no need for you to tell her that. You'll just end up hurting her.
What about my feelings? You seem to have no problem hurting me.
You're such a bitch. You just want to pull me apart from my family. You are a monster.
I just spoke to Melanie. She told me that her father also asked her and her fiancé to move out if Sean was going to move in. She told me that she's not going to move in with you if there's a high chance she'll be kicked out soon after that.
What? She can't do that! She already promised us she'd move in!
It seems that your husband spoke to her before you did. He told her that Sean and I are moving in with you and that there was no room for her and her fiancé. She was really angry with her father after that. She has no intention of moving in with you anymore.
Well, how come Melanie didn't come to me first?
Melanie told me that she spoke to her father yesterday. I guess she's angry with you too. That's why she came to me and not you. Did you tell your husband that Sean and I were moving in with you? How could you? I've been telling you that that's not what we want.
Well, I figured I could persuade Sean to move in. And I knew that I would have to ask Melanie to move out if Sean was moving here. I didn't think she would move out right away, though. And my husband wasn't supposed to say anything to Melanie.
It's because you're being selfish and not thinking about what everyone else in this family wants. I'm sure that your husband became impatient with you and decided to let Melanie know what you were really thinking. Melanie already knows that we have no intention of moving in with you.
But what about what Sean wants? What if he wants to live here with us? He would want to take care of us when we're too old to take care of ourselves.
How can you assume that? You don't know anything. I don't think Sean wants to live with you. To be honest, I'm really annoyed that you keep on pestering us to move in with you. That's all you ever talk about. I'm starting to dread even seeing you face to face out of fear that you'll force us to move in with you. Melanie is also fed up with your behavior. She wants nothing to do with you anymore. As for Sean and I, we don't plan to come to see you for some time. We need a break.
Melanie would never say that about me. You're just making things up to hurt me. She may be slightly annoyed, which is why she's siding with you now, but she'll come to her senses. I know she will.
You said that Sean was more important to you than her behind her back. She was devastated when she found out.
I didn't mean it like that. She misunderstood me. I meant to say that Sean is the older one, and as the older brother, he should be responsible for looking after us. Especially since Melanie is marrying into a new family soon.
Melanie knows that you've been nagging us to move in with you. She agreed to move in with you in the first place because she felt sorry for Sean and I. She was just trying to protect us. She was really hurt when she found out that you favored Sean over her. I can totally understand why she would feel that way.
What do you mean by that? Did you also tell her that I said her fiancé doesn't earn enough money?
I didn't say anything to Melanie. She probably found out through her father. She wasn't trying to move in with you to save money, she was just being a good daughter. She was willing to look after you if Sean and I couldn't. She's your daughter. You should have known that Melanie would do something nice like this. She has a kind heart.
I didn't mean to hurt Melanie's feelings. I really did want her to move in with us. But I figured that she'd want to move out eventually. I guess I was just trying to act strong.
It just sounds like you're making a bunch of excuses. Shouldn't you be telling Melanie this directly instead of me?
Well, Melanie won't pick up my calls. I think she's very angry with me. Would you mind telling her how I really feel?
Melanie doesn't want to talk to you or hear what you have to say to her. I also showed Sean the conversation we've been having over chat up until now. He just got home from work. I thought that he ought to know how his mother was acting.
What did Sean say?
He said he'd rather cut off all ties with his parents than divorce me.
Sean would never do that to us. Sean's my son. You're lying again. He can't abandon us.
He's going to give you a call soon to talk to you directly about this. But first, he's going to talk things over with Melanie. As for me, please don't try to get in touch with me anymore. I have nothing more to say to you. You stress me out. It's not good for my mental health. By the way, I'm pregnant with my second child.
You're pregnant? When did you find out?
Yes, I'm pregnant.
Do you know if you're having a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
That's great! Now you have more the reason to move in with us.
Since Sean's going to cut all ties with you, I don't plan on introducing my new baby to you.
You can't keep me from my own grandson. That's cruel, even for you.
See, all you care about is yourself. Hasn't it ever occurred to you that we don't want to spend a minute more with you? You're stressing me and my family out.
I'm sure we can work something out. We can come up with a plan that makes everyone happy. Could you please persuade Sean and Melanie not to be so mad at me? It's all a big misunderstanding.
You can't take back the mean things you said about everyone. You're a grown-up. You, of all people, should know that. You treated me like an outsider, and you backstabbed your own daughter. You're a terrible person.
I'm so sorry. I see how wrong that was now. Please forgive me. I didn't mean any of it. Seriously.
We're not going to forget the horrible things you said about us. How about you and your husband take care of yourselves for the rest of your lives? Don't expect to be seeing your grandchildren anytime soon. Melanie and Sean talked things over and came to a mutual decision. They both wanted nothing to do with their parents. If one of their parents got sick, they would figure out what to do when the time comes. For some reason, their father was livid with their decision. But Melanie and Sean didn't care, and they continued to ignore their parents completely. The following year, Alice gave birth to a healthy baby boy. But Alice and Sean didn't go out of their way to introduce him to his grandparents. They had the decency to send Sean's parents a Christmas card informing them of the birth of their new grandson, though. If only Sean's mother hadn't been so pushy and stubborn about Alice and Sean moving in with them, things might have turned out better for everyone. We're left to wonder whether Sean, Alice, and Melanie will ever forgive Sean's parents.
Hey, Christine! How was the meeting today?
I don't think it went very well, to be honest.
What? Oh, that's too bad! Does that mean your idea wasn't approved?
You could say that, yeah.
I'm very sorry. I had a front row seat on how you worked hard preparing for the meeting, too. I'm also shocked, honey. The time and dedication you put in the preparations were impressive.
I guess that's true, isn't it? It took me probably 6 months. I was pretty convinced that this project would be approved after all.
You've been saying that a lot these days. The past few weeks, you're staying at work until much later, burning the midnight oil night after night. You were really doing so well. I have nothing but respect for you, Christine. You're the hope among our peers, and I see you getting promoted sometime soon. It's a shame about what happened this time, but this is you we're talking about. You'll get another chance. I'm sure of it. Keep moving forward.
Thank you, Ellen.
You know what? Let's go out for a drink. My treat. And my reward to you for your hard work. How about it?
I'm sorry, but I think I'll pass on this one.
Oh, are you sure? Well, no matter. I can go anytime. Just say the word, okay?
You're so kind, Ellen, you know that?
What? Oh, pish posh, honey. You're my friend, after all. Christine, we're the only 2 remaining non-married women in our department. We gotta stick together and help each other out.
That's true. The other girls we used to work with all have either stopped working or they were transferred someplace else.
We've been doing our best together, you and I. Let's keep at it. I know we'll get to great heights together.
Yeah, I'd be pretty happy if that were really how you felt.
What? What was that? I don't really understand what you mean, honey. This is exactly how I feel.
But it isn't, is it? I know, Ellen. I know everything. I know that you submitted a project idea exactly the same as mine before I did, and that it was approved.
Is that true? I didn't think your idea was the same as mine.
Don't tell me you're trying to take the glory here.
Glory to what? I knew you were really busy with your idea. I just couldn't tell you the news. In truth, that project was my idea. And it was approved long before you had your meeting. It was pretty much set in stone. But then they decided to have a look at yours, too, just in case.
Then you knew, didn't you?
What?
While I was working on it, you stayed by my side, seeming like you're cheering me on. When in reality, you submitted an idea that you stole from me knowing it would be approved.
Huh. That's right. The presentations made everything clear, that idea was the chosen one. I'd known it was approved since yesterday.
But you were never in the presentation, were you?
They allowed me to present after I asked them. Because I'd come up with a really good idea, you see.
I see. When did you have that brainstorm?
Quite a while ago, I think. Maybe around this time last month?
Stop lying.
What?
Last week while I was staying late at work, you were doing something at my desk, weren't you? After I'd come back from getting a few things, I called to you when I saw you. But you sounded panicked and quickly left for home. But that was my desk, wasn't it?
Who knows? I sure don't.
The fact that you came up with exactly the same idea as mine, and the fact that the presentation materials were pretty much identical. Don't you think that's a little strange?
So what?
Huh?
I'm clearly the one more capable in this. So, what's wrong with me using your materials? Doesn't matter for the company, as long as the materials are solid enough, right?
It means you stole from me, you know? Do you understand what that even means?
It's not that I stole them, honey. I only borrowed them for a short time. Oh, you're so funny. You're like a walking bundle of nerves on edge.
That's not funny at all. You think you're gonna get away with all this stealing and lying?
In any case, my idea's been approved. So, could every sore loser, shut the hell up?
Sore loser?
Yeah. What a pitiful little angry puppy you are. Oh. My promotion's pretty much guaranteed, you know. You've been such an annoying thorn in my side. Acting as though you're the best at everything. Miss Goody Two-Shoes has been pissing me off, for real.
Even when you've been acting like such a good friend? We went out drinking together, often.
I've never once thought of you as my true friend. I was only being your damn safety net, since everyone else also despises you. Perhaps you're the only one who's dumb enough not to notice.
Yeah, I don't give a good goddamn about that. But everyone knows now.
Knows about what?
About how you royally screwed yourself over so much?
That's impossible. Just because your own stupid idea wasn't approved doesn't give you any justification to be jealous. I'm way more qualified in this, so don't you worry about a thing.
That project was quite the biggie, so I had to periodically report its progress to our boss, you see. And also, Mr. Horton was working on this with me, so all the data was also on his computer.
Huh? Mr. Horton's in another department, isn't he? Why would he be working with you?
I asked for some cooperation from other departments too, but I doubt the only other woman in my department would understand why. She just plays with her phone all day.
Didn't you just say it was all a fiasco, though?
Not exactly. They told me that my project had a lot of stuff to polish and that it wasn't approved yet.
Then what's going on with my idea? Our boss told me himself my idea was perfect and that it was going to be implemented.
Even he thought something wasn't right about this. Your material was identical to mine, which he'd seen quite a few times before. It couldn't be a coincidence, so until he'd gotten up to date on my idea, he said he'd put the decision on hold.
Really? Does that mean my idea hasn't been approved?
My idea, my sweet patootie? You mean my idea. Christine's idea. Since the beginning, it was my idea. And Mr. Horton's.
Oh, and I thought this was my chance to finally shine.
I'm sorry, but it looks like I'm promoted very soon. But for some reason, you were also going for that position. But for someone who's been working here for 10 whole years and never once took on a big project like this, staying on tea duty and copy career, there's no way you're getting promoted, Ellen.
You're so cruel. Why?
You just told me everyone despised me, but really, who's being acknowledged as a backstabbing bitch? You, Ellen.
What? But why?
You're such a flirty floozy, even though you're not even young anymore, and you run off claiming you're busy with something else when some unappealing work comes your way. You play with your phone when the boss isn't around, and you harass younger girls in our department. Everyone knows about this, you know?
That just can't be. You've been my friend, haven't you?
I thought you never thought of me as your true friend. Don't worry, honey. Even I think of you as nothing but a useless colleague.
You're hurting me, Christine. Those words. Is there any way you could make this my idea instead? If people found out I stole your idea, who knows what would happen? Gosh, I'm scared. I'm so sorry, Christine, darling. I'll never do it again, I promise. I was only a little bit envious.
Sorry, but I can't do that. You went home at the usual time, but everyone stayed at work afterwards. And now they all know you stole all the data.
If you do that, I'll be all alone in a good company with good people. Don't do this, please. I'm so sorry, Christine.
It's too late now. Even boss is thinking about transferring you.
Now, hold on a second. I want to stay in my department. I never told anyone this, but I'm together with Section Manager Smith. I don't want to be separated from him.
Huh? Enough with the stupid talk, Ellen. Section Manager Smith is my boyfriend. And after I get my promotion, we're going to get married. We've been together for 3 years, so if what you're saying is true, then we have an even bigger problem on our hands.
I'm sorry, that was a lie. But I was always infatuated with him. It never occurred to me that he was together with you. I always thought he was after me.
It's such a shame, isn't it? You lost your love, you lost your chance to do something at your job, and your reputation among your colleagues is at an all-time low. Who's the sore loser now?
I'm really sorry, Christine. Would you not spread around any nasty things about me, pretty please? I don't have any friends anymore.
If you're coming back to work just because you want to play pretend friends, maybe you should just quit, eh? It's a bother to everyone. There's nothing more annoying than a 30-year-old middle school girl. Oh, and don't forget to come to work tomorrow. Poor little angry puppy of mine. Ellen was later summoned by her boss and was lectured for quite a long time on the subject of the theft of colleagues' data. In the end, she was given an ultimatum: either get transferred to a factory in another region or quit altogether. Ellen, with her wishes not to leave her hometown, decided to quit. Until she did quit, she suffered under the promotion of Christine, the announcement of her engagement to Section Manager Smith, and the cool glares from her colleagues. In the end, there was no farewell party for her, and although she'd been working for the company for close to 11 years, she was pretty much kicked out without so much as a how do you do. As of now, she's taking care of her elderly father at home, while part-time working at a convenience store. Life's full of surprises, isn't it?